So what you learn when you study science in general, but astrophysics especially, that you no longer invoke your senses to judge what makes sense, or you no longer invoke your personal philosophies to judge what should be true. I've invoked that in my life ever since. The measure of whether you learn something is not whether it was obviously true to you upon first glance.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. That's very inspirational.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Chemistry. In my field, we understand that we are healthier when the public embraces what we do,
Right.
and when the members of Congress can converse about frontier astrophysics research with the rest of them. Then budgets go up, everybody's happy. And so this activity has been embraced by my community, and I have independent evidence for that. So, for example, the people who are in denial of this simply, it exhibits a failure in their educational system. Not yet experimentally verified. And any research journal is full of ideas that in 6 months
Right.
or a year will get tossed, modified, reworked, ignored. So people say, oh, science is just one day you want to believe this and then you believe that. And I say, what's your best example? They talk about the flat earth versus the round earth. That was back 500 years ago. Science, as I now describe it to you, has taken on this identity basically since Galileo. Answer. If anything you see out there looks like it's ordered to you, then the question, you can't ask the question. You have to be able to ask the question such that if it were this other way, you would reject it. Now, the people who say Earth is a haven and all this, the fossil record argues differently. 97.8% of all life that ever existed is now extinct. That's the sign not of a planet that loves its life. That's a sign of a planet that wants it to get the life the hell off.
Right. That's
okay?
the anti-haven.
So
Right.
what you learn when you study science in general, but astrophysics especially, that you no longer invoke your senses to judge what makes sense, or you no longer invoke your personal philosophies to judge what should be true.
Right? Yeah.
Right? We are alive not because, but in spite of it.
Yeah, but I have to say,
I'm not done. Not to mention asteroid impacts. Took out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. So what you learn when you study science in general, but astrophysics especially, that you no longer invoke your senses to judge what makes sense, or you no longer invoke your personal philosophies to judge what should be true.
Come on, give us